Hey all you cool cats and kittens, it's your girl Elaine Michelle, and today's video we're doing beauty on a budget. This is a collaboration with our girl Shay Budgets, and we decided to do this video because during quarantine a lot of things were closed, like your Sephora's, even Ulta was closed for a while, but like where you could get your major brands, those places were kind of closed and you had to get, you know, shipped items. So we decided to do like a budget type thing so you could kind of get your face together and still look put together on a budget, for one, but two, because of, you know, things being available for you. Now we decided to go with Ulta because Ulta ships, one, and they also have drugstore brands there, and then versus going to Walgreens, it's not an essential item, you know, going and buying makeup unless you gotta have makeup on for your job. You know, it's really not essential to get out there. So I did the order pickup from Ulta, which was absolutely awesome. All you do is place your order, they tell you when to come pick it up, and it's like contactless. So they either put it in your trunk or in your back seat. They actually roll your window down and you put it in there. So I was like super excited about not having to, you know, worry about getting in contact. And then when I got home, I did spray everything down, like the bag down or whatever, but they were very sanitized, and I love the fact that I didn't have to worry about that. Okay, now the products that I got were to make me a full entire face. I probably cheated a little bit. The budget was $25. I had a $25 gift card, so I used that, and then I spent the other $25 of my own money to get the rest of the stuff. Now I used pretty much everything that I had, that I purchased from Ulta, except for, let me see, except for this item because it was just way too light. And then I didn't use the primer because I had already primed my face when I did my face routine this morning, and I absolutely forgot. So yeah, that's a whole thing. So I hope you guys will stay tuned and watch this video, and then head over to Shay's channel and see how she put together her face. Y'all know she be beat to the guats. Okay, this is an everyday look for me. This is what I would normally do, and so I just applied the same principles that I would normally do with my higher end makeup, aka my Fenty, because y'all know I'm like a Fenty freak. I love Fenty anything because it just works for my face. I have oily skin, let me make sure I say that. Oily to combination skin, so by the end of the day or midday I'm usually like oily already. What you see right now is just from the lighting and the highlighter and stuff like that, so it will go down later on, but I don't know. So we'll see if this makes it last forever. Make it last forever. Okay, that was like anyway, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. All right, you guys, so I tried my hardest to find the items that I felt like could really work for this tutorial, but I'm not sure that this foundation is really going to be it. I don't think it's gonna do the job. So we're gonna turn this into a voiceover. I'll show you guys. You guys should be able to see my face just fine. I may zoom in, but back here I pulled out some makeup that I had. My face looks ashy because I got some primer on, because I'm going to work and I don't want to waste makeup. But back here I have like a host of makeup that I have before that I probably need to throw out, but I was just looking through it to see if I had anything from Wet n Wild. I know I had a foundation and stuff from there before. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Do you guys want me to be closer? Get closer. Oh, get closer. Let me see. Okay, so I've gotten everything over here. I'm a lot nervous, and my B12 patch definitely did not want to stay on today, so that's a whole nother thing. All right, so the first thing that I would do with my regular makeup is to spray my face. So let's spray my face, hopefully. Okay, and then I would set, I've already put a primer on there because I told you guys I want to wear my face today. So I already have a primer on, and I just want to set that into place. Now this is probably not my color, so I went ahead and I grabbed some other powders that I have that are not like necessarily like, oops, excuse me guys, that aren't like name brand powders, but because I normally use my Fenty powder, but these are two powders you can pick up. This one off of Amazon and this one off like Walgreens or whatever. So this color here though is a little bit better for me, so I'm going to set my face with that. I am going to take this Makeup Revolution like little press thing. I would normally use, actually let's use one. We're gonna use this side and then we'll use this side to blend. So I would put this on here and I would just set all of that spray into my face. So I'm ready to look like a complete greasy ball. Like I said, in an effort to try to keep up the same makeup routine that I usually would do, this would be it. And this was, they have a shade darker. I think it's like dark, but that's like the medium dark or whatever. So there it is. And I'm looking in the mirror over here. Sorry if I keep flashing, guys. I don't mean to. We're gonna try to keep this as PG as possible. All right, so my next thing that I would do, oh, I was supposed to put this towel over here. Hold on, y'all, because I'm getting this table messy. I got this towel right here so that we don't have to get messy. Okay. All right, now back to the drawing board. We say now we want to go in and do our brows, and I have this Total Temptation, and yes, my hands are really ashy because I just got done washing my hands. And this is reminiscent to me of my brow pencil from Brow Wiz. So it does have the other end for you to shape your brows and all that stuff, which I have not tamed mine in quite some time. So here we are. All right. And can you guys see what I'm doing? I gotta look in this mirror, but actually, well, yeah, let me look in this mirror. Okay, so this is a pretty good brow pencil. So a trick, if you ever get a brow pencil that like it's a little too dark or whatever, just don't press as hard. Like if you don't want it to show up as dark, because like this one is like the darkest of the dark ones, and so in certain areas I'm just not going to go as dark. I'm not going to press as hard and I'll still get that color, but this is still a really good color. So I'm just pressing it down, not pressing it down, like making little marks. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've done a tutorial. I can't even tell y'all how to do it. Okay, so this is this other eyebrow. This thing is chocolatey, and for the most part my brows stay tamed except for in that little area back there. And for some reason I do a better job on my left brow than this brow, but there's that. So one of my eyebrows I think is darker than the other one anyway. I mean like thicker than the other one. My right eyebrow is thicker anyway, like in general. This is a thicker eyebrow. So this is me trying to draw it on. Okay, so we have our brows like drawn on. And I'm just gonna take this and kind of swiping, no swiping, just kind of blend that in a little bit more so that it's not as stark, and doing the same thing on the other side. This is how you get that blended effect instead of having like a straight line at the beginning of your brows. Just kind of blending that in and going all the way over. And it does move the product, so if you didn't get it in correctly, you know, it's not gonna move the product like you wanted to. All right, and I don't know if I explained the stuff in the back is like just extra stuff that maybe I might need or have on hand, so I just thought I would just put that back there, because my goal is to try to use everything that I purchase, but shopping online is hard, yo. Like I am not a fan. All right, so first thing after my brows, after I've done that with my brows, I want to get them all nice and cute or whatever. And I am using Real Techniques brushes. I caught a sale before we decided we were going to do this, and I caught a sale and I was like, this is pretty dope. This is a pretty good sale, so hopefully this will work because I'm trying to use just these brushes. It was buy one get one half off, I believe, and they were like whole sets of brushes, so I went ahead and got it because it was time for some new brushes anyways. And Real Techniques makes really good brushes. Like Morphe and Real Techniques are like my top two brushes. So what I'm doing now is just going in and kind of shaping my brow, just kind of making it more defined so that you can't see those little scraggly hairs that decided they wanted to show up today. They wanted to come to work, and I was like, no, you can't go to work with me. So there's that. There's an eyebrow. Looking pretty good since this far. It's been, like I said, it's been a while since I have used products like from the drugstore. I used to use these all the time. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually a makeup artist. I'm certified. But I stopped doing makeup for other people because it was just taking up a lot of my time, and then I needed to be doing YouTube was making me more money at the time than the makeup services, so there's that. But I still do it occasionally, like for like family or whatever. So you guys will probably hear me sometimes say, oh, I got somebody makeup to do. It's not just because I'll be like trying to hustle up the money. It's because I was the resident makeup artist for quite some time with my family and everybody else. Okay, so we got that on there. Now I'm gonna take this brush. This is a deluxe crease brush. You guys know I don't whatchamacallit, I don't really do like eyeshadows and stuff, so I like to use these brushes just to go into my eyebrows and get us together. So this is just a really good blending brush. Don't let nobody tell you you can't use the brushes for something else, because I use them all the time. All the time. Okay, so our brows are together for the most part. We'll go back in and blend more. We just want to blend that in underneath the eyebrows so that it doesn't look so stark. And then what you can also do is go in with a lighter. Why did this just stick in there like that? We're gonna take this lighter concealer. It's just a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and I'm gonna stick it right here in the bone area, if I can get it to show up. And this really just adds a highlight to your brow bone. And I just usually stick it right there. I don't do anything extra. I just wanted to go right into that little crease right there. And then I'm just gonna blend it in. So as you can see, it like opened up my eyelid just a little bit more. Gave it a little bit more zhuzh, a little more flavor. A little more flavor. All right. So this is the part that probably takes the longest time because I'm always trying to like be a perfectionist when it comes to putting on my whatchamacallit. So now we're gonna take this brush, which is a 205. It's a square foundation brush, but I'm actually wait, is this the one I was gonna use? Ra-ta-ta-ta. Yeah, because I'm gonna use this one for my foundation. This should be expert face brush. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna use this one for applying the concealer underneath my eye. So normally I would do layers of concealer, but I don't know how that's gonna work today. So for today, we're just gonna go back into this top color up here that I use for underneath my brow, and I'm gonna put that right underneath my eye. Now this is like, I forgot this concealer is like really thick, so you may have to like warm it up with your hands first before you put it on there, which isn't a problem for me. So you can take it and use your hand, or this is where your face brush comes in, I mean your sponge, and just blend that in under your eye. Okay, and now I'm just gonna go in on all of these little marks that I have on my face, because y'all know your girl be working out, and apparently this is like seasonal, like because I went back to several of my videos all the way like back to 2018, and this is like really seasonal acne. It happens every year around this time. I break out really bad, so I don't know what that's about, but I'm happy to know that, you know, it wasn't just my intake of Pepsi and my milk. I want some milk. And so I'm blending that into my face. As you guys can see, it's already coming together really nicely. Sorry about that. I'm trying not to flash y'all this whole video because I don't want to get demonetized. Y'all can find me over on OnlyFans if you're looking for that kind of content. I'm just playing. I'm not on OnlyFans. Like, seriously. No, it just cracks me up that that's what we're doing in 2020. But I don't knock nobody. I don't knock nobody's hustle by any means. I just think it's hilarious that that's where we are in life. Okay. All right, now one thing that I saw up here, you guys know I added the concealer at the top of my eyebrows, so I'm just gonna go back in and kind of blend that together so it just looks more seamless, like it's flowing together. the eyebrows. So that's how you kind of get that more natural looking start to your eyebrow versus it being so whatchamacallit. Now as you guys can see, this like did really good because my face is starting to look really nicely. Now this is the part I'm nervous about. I'm nervous about this foundation because it's like, look at in the bottle it say cafe, but like when it was on the thing it looked like it should work. So here we go. Lord, please don't let it be. Okay, the bottle is a little deceiving. Nah, the bottle not deceiving. I don't know. We probably gonna have to go get us some do a little mixture. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Maybe add some of this dark concealer in with it. Let me try that too. Okay, this is a little trick. So I know it look crazy right now, but I need it. Actually, I need to do this anyway for my contour. We got a contour. Where's my contour brush? Okay, and we're gonna put this on top of here. Okay, we finna make us a foundation, honey. This is makeup 101, baby. We gotta make us a foundation because before they didn't always have our shade anyway, right? So we want to mix this together, and as you can see, we're getting us a little color. That's all I need, a little color, little foundation color. Blend that together, and we're gonna go back in with the blending brush. I mean with the blending sponge, and mix this all together. And that was like what, 1 pump or whatever. So if this don't last all day, it's because of the yeah, the mixture just didn't last. But okay, we looking normal. I have on all of these lights, which is a good thing if you guys are doing makeup in your house. Try to do it in a well lit room. Like if you have a bathroom, definitely make sure you add those daylight bulbs, because I have walked out several times before and my makeup has been different shades because yeah, it's a whole thing. Okay, and make sure you get your neck arrow. Get the neck, girl. Okay, so the lighting is probably making, let me scoot back some so you guys can see, but that was a good color mixture. That's how you cheat the system, because this show was not, I mean, it blended into my hand kind of, but it was a little bit too light. I should have went 1 shade darker, because this will probably be, no, I'm like, this will be my winter shade, but it's definitely going to be summertime. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that foundation, but whatever. So now, just to blend everything all together, I'm just going to take my sponge and just make sure we have like a very seamless look, which it did. The foundation work looks really good. Because I have to wear a mask today, like I don't want to put on too much makeup anyway. Now one thing I do want to do is go back in with that darker shade of concealer. Get fishy. And we're going to bring some life back to our face with a little contour. And this is just gonna make everything not look so stark on the face, right? Because you know, that really happens a lot. So I'm just gonna go in with this face brush and kind of blend that in together. And this, like I said, is just gonna help bring that roundness back to your face so that you don't look like you just slapped a bunch of makeup on. You can already kind of see that up there. Now, I do highly recommend, if you wear wigs, to do this part first before you put the wig on, because your girl has walked out of many a days and missed this part up here. Just real tea, real spit on the fire. And I'm doing circular motions because that's how I learned how to apply little makeup. And so now we just brought a little bit of life back to our skin. Now, if you guys want to do the next part, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So now we're just going to do some highlighting. I don't know why we make faces like that. Am I the only one to make faces like that when they're doing their makeup? So we're going to highlight, and we're going to, we've already done the contouring part of it, so we don't have to worry about that. Go in on our nose, and I just love how that looks up there. Okay. and up here. And I am going to just like reapply just a little bit more to the brow area. I feel like it just wasn't like popping enough for me. I don't know why I'm like that, but what else? Okay. And then you can also apply some down here if you want a little chin shine. Now, this palette is a color correcting palette, so it does have the orange if you do want to color correct your skin, but I'm not in the mood for that today, so I'm not doing that. So now we're just going to take our sponge again and go in and blend it out. Blend for your life. Now, from where I'm sitting, it's looking pretty good. I don't know why I just skipped this part, but okay. And you just want to make sure you blend all of that in there together. That looks really good. Okay. Like I said, it's been a little minute. It's been a little bit of a minute since I've done beauty supplies, so I don't really know what my colors and stuff like that are anymore. Because it's been a couple of years since I've had to do my own with whatchamacallit. Because once I got hooked on Fenty, I kind of been hooked on Fenty. All right, let me go ahead and do my nose. Okay, so this is what the nose contour looks like before I go like this. With my hands. And then we're gonna go in and just blend that out. Out the way. Okay, make sure you blend that bottom part of that nose out, honey. You don't want that. Okay, because we will go back in with a powder or whatever and fix all that. So now we're going to, I'm not necessarily going to bake today because I don't feel like baking, but we're going to use our Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder. Now, NYX is a very good brand to start off with. I will say that because they have a lot of the products that you're looking for, and I really like their brand. But I don't like the fact that this is not coming out of here. Y'all see me shake it up. Okay, there we go. Get a little of that powder. I just don't think this is going to do anything. This is like the one of the darkest colors, I think. We go. Child. I don't know if the goal was to like try to use all the things or just do a drugstore look. I think we was trying to be beauty on a budget and save money. So I think if I'm using something else from the drugstore, I still feel like I'm okay. So banana powder, if you are a little bit, I'm trying to say this. Banana powder is not for all skin tones, okay? So do not just think you finna look like Kim Kardashian because you put on banana powder. I would say usually when I get a little bit darker than my skin, I don't put the banana powder on. I would use a darker, there's a Sasha Buttercup powder. I try to go one shade, like the Sasha Buttercup was a little bit more yellowy toned, because sometimes you can get into this where the tones of the thing are just really too light. The undertones are just really too light for you, and you don't want that to happen because then you just end up looking weird and gross and stuff, and people will talk about you when they see you. They're like, oh, you look like a whole different woman. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that in the places where I want it. I'm also taking it underneath my contour line, because that's just gonna make my contour just stick out just a little bit more. And put some right here, and I caught myself putting it on my nose, but I don't see where it went on my nose. And up here and above my eyes, just to set all that concealer that I used. So this is a setting brush, so I use a setting brush for the setting brush, what it's supposed to be used for. And I think we're good, because this tone is just a little bit, you know, like I said, it's a banana powder. Like, you don't want to be overzealous if it don't go with your skin tone. Just make sure you find a setting powder that goes with your skin tone, which is why I normally like using my Fenty beauty powders and stuff like that. All right, so we're not going to like bake completely today. So since we're not baking completely, I'm just gonna wipe this brush off over here. I don't know where oh, there it is. There's the contour. I was like, where is the contouring powder for me? Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead. As you can see, this actually set in my face pretty good without having to do too much. So I'm just taking that face brush and doing like this. And I know you probably like, girl, you just lightened it up. Yes, I did. But I'm about to darken it back up again as soon as I get done. And I do all these steps because, oh, did I say that? I have oily skin, right? So because I have oily skin, I have to make sure that everything is set, hunties. You gotta make sure it's set in place, baby. Because if you don't, like halfway through the day, all that hard work you just did, going with the wind fabulous. Okay, so we're gonna take this contouring palette, and hopefully this color is dark enough to do a little something. It don't look like it is, but we're just gonna set it on top of here where we did our contour, which it might bronze it up a little bit. So everywhere that we kind of put that powder, I mean that darker color at, we're gonna put it on here. Just kind of blending that in. And I mean, it doesn't do bad. Like I said, I'm in the light, so it's got all the right places highlighted, and I'm okay with that. I would like a little bit more contour, but okay, that's how you contour. Okay, make sure you get that face. Okay, all right, so we have contoured to the gods. Okay, so the next step is, now I'm just gonna take everything and just kind of take this all over the face. Okay, so we have a good and nice foundation. This looks really good. All right, so, oh, that's what I didn't find was a highlighter. That's where I was getting a little lost in the sauce at, was with the highlighter. So because I didn't find a highlighter, I am going to, does this say a blush brush? This is a buffing brush. This is probably something I was supposed to use a long time ago, but we're gonna use this as a blush brush today. What was this one? Contoured. Okay, that was a contouring brush. I just be using stuff, y'all, out here in these streets. None of these have, this is an expert face brush, so I guess I could have used that one for the whatchamacallit. So I'm gonna take this blush from Essence and just see how this is going to look. Start off with just a little bit, tap it right onto the apples of your skin. For darker skin, for people my skin tone, you I always thought like, oh, I can't wear blush, like, right? But if you go with like a peachish or purpley, you know, blush, you kind of get that effect of the blush without being too blushy. I know this when I use a lot of pinky toned blushes, it just doesn't look really good. So let's try like a purplish tone, like something like this is what I mean, like where it's not as pinky, and those ones usually work really well. So you can just go in there and add a little bit of color. And then if, like I said, if it doesn't look good, just take your face brush and just blend that in, which you should do anyways. Constantly blending everything together because you don't want it, you want everything to be seamless. Okay, so we got a little blushy blush. Now, like I said, I could not find a highlighter, so this is a Carly Bible palette, which did come out. Did this come? It did at one time go to Ulta, so I felt like I was okay to use this one because it was at Ulta at one point in time. So we're gonna use this one here because I like it. There's no other reason why besides I like it. And normally I would use a highlighting brush, but in an effort to stick to the brushes I have right here, I'm going to be going in with the side of that brush that I just used. Ooh. Oh, the glow up. The glow up is real. Okay, a little more. Now I am a super like, okay, I'm probably like a snob when it comes to highlighting my nose because I like it. I like a nose highlight. I don't know why. I like a nose and an over eye, over the lip highlight. Just put a little there. Now we all highlighted up. Okay, I'm not going to leave it like this. So now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to blend that in with the face brush again because again, everything should be seamless. You don't want to look like this on one side. You want to look like more so. Let me get it blended in first before I say you want to look like this. You just want it to be nicely blended so you can have a nice little highlight over here. And a good way to learn how to blend is by going like this. Okay. Blend it in. Ooh, that's real cute though. And if it's too much highlighter, again, you can go back in with your brush with some of your powder that you used before and just blend all of that good stuff back in. This brush is like really soft, so it's really throwing me off how soft it is. Okay, so here we go. Now we're gonna do our lashes, because this is like the final step before we set our face all together. We're gonna put our lashes on. I am not going to do lashes. I'm just gonna do some mascara. So as you guys can see, I'll show you guys. I have pretty decent length eyelashes, so a good decent mascara will, like as you guys can see, will spice up my eyes without having to wear eyelashes. So I go up. Now this is a really good mascara because it's getting all up under my under eye, honey. It is doing the job. Okay, so you guys can see the difference between this eye and this side with no mascara. So we're gonna apply this to the other side, and this is just one. I mean, I just stuck it back into the thing for the other eye. So if you need to layer it up, definitely layer it up. But usually with my lashes, I probably can get away with like 2 coats of the mascara. Okay, and that's the mascara. We'll go back in and just like do another layer because I'm extra. This is a good mascara. I'm gonna have to keep this on deck, hunties. I mean, that one layer just really did the job. All right, so we have our everything on pretty much. This is our face. I am going to do one thing, and that is to go in. I would normally go back in with my contour palette, so we're gonna see if I can get a little bit of color into my eyes. So I would take my contouring color, whatever I use to contour, right, and I would stick that into my crease. But as you guys can tell, this one doesn't really give too much color, but I guess it's doing just enough. So we're gonna keep going with it, but I'll just show you guys that step, like, because that's what I would normally do. With whatever color I contour, I would put that into my eyes. So it just, you know, kind of shines a little bit. All right, so this is the, oh, no. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? All right, so we gotta set this whole face. We're gonna see. I don't want to discredit this makeup revolution because it may be darker than, oh no, hunties. I got an eye and this ain't it. Okay, that was finna tear up all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna go back in with our Sasha powder. I'm gonna mix a little bit of the Sasha, just a little bit, and I'm gonna put that in to give my face back some color or whatever. So this color is like it's a really nicely deeper color, so you can use this to set your whole entire face. Just going in. I'm going in. Ooh, that powder I put down there, honey, it don't want to come up. I had to put a little extra down here, honey. I don't like that. I mean, I guess that's a good thing, but okay. So we have set our whole face. Now let's spray this Make It Last Forever. Shake it off, shake it up, shake it up, shake it. Hopefully this says it's supposed to last for 16 hours, but I think if I remember right, when I used this before, it did not last that long. So whatever. While that is drying up, I'm gonna use my NYX Butter Gloss. This is one of the glosses I had before. I normally don't wear a lot of lippies. I have some lipsticks, but I normally just wear a lip gloss unless it's Fenty. I really like Fenty. Have I said that like a lot of times this video? Probably so. But this NYX butter gloss is like the bomb, and this is in tiramisu. I ain't got a whole lot of lips, so these lip glosses will last me a long time. Now, one thing that I do when I do that, I don't know, I just like it when it's like not as super glossy. So I'm about to go put my wig on and put my shirt on for the day, and I'll show you guys my final look. Alright, you guys, so here is the final look with my beauty on a budget, my drugstore products. I think it came out pretty well. Shopping online can be really hard with trying to find your color and things like that. Like, again, this was not my color, but it just so happened I had this color and correcting palette, so I was able to mix the two and kind of create my shade, which worked really well. This powder yeah, they need to come out. I'm gonna look again and see, but I think this was one of the darkest colors that they had. Hunty, it was gonna do nothing for me. It did nothing for me. So luckily I had some powders that I had already like picked up before that I could use. So the Fit Me powder would definitely be a great setting powder, or whatever you want to use it for, like all over face powder. I use that to set my face and all of that. Okay, I'm rambling. I gotta get to work. That's why I decided to do this morning, because y'all know I can't, you know, can't waste no makeup out here. I don't care if it's drugstore, Nug store, her store, his store. I just don't feel like wasting. Actually, it's not the makeup. It's more so the energy that it takes to put on the makeup. Like, you do a cute look, you want to, you know, you want to be synced. So this is the look, you guys. I hope you guys love it. If you guys are wondering about the hair, this is hair from Love Me Hair. Like, it was a 613 wig, and I watercolored it. It was supposed to be red, but it came out orange, and I'm okay with that because it looks really, really cute. As you can see, like, the roots are like super cute, and I actually do not have this tacked down. I be wanting to do what them people be doing, but it's not like tacked down or anything. It's just fits me really nicely. So this is what the wig is out here looking like. Let me push her back where she's supposed to be. You stick her down a little bit. And yeah, so I colored her myself, and I'm feeling really good about it. It's orange, but hey, here we are. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure you go check out Shay's video as well, because again, this is a collaboration. We're trying to save you guys some coins and show you guys how we, you know, light up the scene. So love you guys in real life, and I'll catch you in the next one. Mwah! KK, bye. Ooh, girl, now we're gonna put all this stuff away.